Hello dear viewers, Lara Trump has advised that youngsters are death of most cancers due to New York Attorney General Letitia James investigating her husband Eric Trump and her father-in-law, former President Donald Trump. Eric Trump is amongst three of the ex-president's adolescents who had been named alongside him as defendants in a $250 million civil fraud lawsuit filed by using James on Wednesday. But before continue, please take a minute of your time to hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell for latest updates from us. During a look on Fox News' Friends on Thursday, Lara Trump speculated that adolescents have been demised due to James focused on her husband. She pointed out that James' investigation had blanketed an examination of a charity that Eric Trump had founded. The charity donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which specializes in treating pediatric ailments that consist of sometimes fatal childhood cancers. "My husband started out a charity to elevate cash for children at St. Jude Children's Hospital," Lara Trump said. When he was once 22 years old, he raised $30 million for the youngsters of St. Jude. And Letitia James has such vitriol and hatred for all of us, with the final identified Trump, that she determined to look at my husband's charity, in spite of the truth that it had one of the lowest cost ratios of any personal charity in America. And unfortunately, wager who was once harmed with the aid of that? She continued. "It wasn't my husband, it is the children of St. Jude. Who is aware of how many youngsters have died unnecessarily thanks to her investigation and her vitriol and hatred for everybody, with the final identified Trump." Trump did no longer furnish specifics on how James' investigation ought to have brought about the deaths of children. Eric Trump's charity has formerly been accused of telling donors that contributions would go to assist youngsters with most cancers and as a substitute, funneling the money into exceptional causes, in accordance to Forbes. Trump has defended his record, boasting final years that he had raised $25 million for charity by the age of 30. James' lawsuit does no longer challenge Eric Trump's charity. Instead, it accuses the former president, Eric Trump, Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump Jr. and two former Trump Organization executives of fraud by means of taking part in a scheme to knowingly and intentionally file greater than 200 false and deceptive valuations of corporation belongings between 2011 and 2021. With the assist of his young people and senior executives at the Trump Organization, Donald Trump falsely inflated his internet really worth by means of billions of bucks to unjustly enrich himself and cheat the system, James stated in a declaration after the go well with used to be filed. In fact, the very basis of his purported internet really worth is rooted in tremendous fraud and illegality, she added. Mr. Trump notion he should get away with the artwork of the steal, however today, that behavior ends. Speaking on Fox News this Wednesday, Donald Trump's daughter-in-law slammed New York Attorney General Letitia James for submitting a civil go well with an opposition to Trump and his companies, alleging that he enriched himself and his household by using improperly inflating the cost of his assets. Also named in the swimsuit are three of Trump's grown-up children, one of whom is Lara Trump's husband Eric. During the Fox Camp Friends segment, Lara Trump cited James' probe into accusations that her husband funneled cash from his Most Cancers charity to his companies, alleging that James' inquiry perchance led to the deaths of children. "My husband commenced a charity to elevate cash for youngsters at St. Jude's Children's Hospital," Trump said. When he was once 22 years old, he raised $30 million for the youngsters of St. Jude, and Letitia James has such vitriol and hatred for each person, with the final title Trump, that she determined to look at my husband's charity, notwithstanding the truth that it had one of the lowest cost ratios of any personal charity in America. In short, he lied to acquire big economic advantages for himself, James said. The investigation is one of many criminal, civil and congressional probes into Trump, who is eyeing any other run for the White House in 2024. He did so to gain favorable loans with decreased pursuits and premiums, stated James, who is walking for re-election. Thanks for watching and please kindly drop your comments of your thoughts on this video.